Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to His Holiness Bhaktisaru Swami Maharaj. I thought we would sing Narsinga prayer at the end. I thought we better sing at the beginning. I changed my mind. Let's do that.
Yes.
And meanwhile, Dipti Mataji might be joining. Uh, so one of us have to sing and the others have to repeat with muted because it may not be easy to it may not be clear if we all sing and repeat. So who would like to sing, or shall I try and you could repeat while you are muted?
I can sing Prabhuji if you want.
Yes, Mataji, sure. Yes, please go ahead.
Namaste Narsinghaya. Namaste Narsinghaya. Prahlad Lad Daine. Prahlad Lad Daine. Hiranya काशीपोर्वक्षः हिरण्याकाशीपोर्वक्षः शिलाटङ्कानखालाये शिलाटङ्कानखालाये इतो नृसिंहो परतो नृसिंहो इतो नृसिंहो परतो नृसिंहो यातो यातो यामितातो नृसिंहो यातो यातो यामितातो नृसिंहो बाहिर्नृसिंहो हृदये नृसिंहो बाहिर्नृसिंहो हृदये नृसिंहो नरसिंहमादीन् शरणं प्रपदे नरसिंहमादीन् शरणं प्रपदे तव कर कमलवरे नाखाम् अद्भुत श्रृंगाम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गाम् केशवधेर्ता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय हो नृसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय हो प्रहलाद महाराज नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल जय हो प्रभुपाद 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 जय हो प्रभुपाद श्री प्रभुपाद की जय श्री हिज होलीनेस भक्तिचूर महाराज की जय। all those devotees.
Thank you so much, Sundari Mother, for singing Narsinga
Thank you.
prayer. And we would like to pray for His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. We would like to pray to Lord Narsingadev. Dear Lord Narsingadev, if you so desire, please cure His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, one of your pure devotee, dearmost devotees. Please cure him as soon as possible if you so desire. We rely on your mercy. With that prayer, we will begin today's session. I had a very, very busy day working, and I had a very tight schedule, deadline to meet to submit a case, so I couldn't get a chance to study beforehand. So we have to read in a calm and cool way, because I couldn't get chance to read, and some of the questions I might need to I might need to note down only and need to answer next week. So before we begin, we will say 3 times Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We beg the mercy of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Shri Shri Gauranitai, so that right word come at the right time with the right mood and the right spirit. And may we be able to understand the message of Lord Krishna. So today, Ram Prabhu is here. So Ram Prabhu has to read 6-8. We read the Sanskrit last week, 6-8. If Ram Prabhu, please unmute and read from the translation of 6-8 and the purport, please. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhu and Hare Krishna everybody. Are you listening, Prabhu? Is it okay sound? Hare Krishna Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, it's very good. I can hear very clearly. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm on video mode and I was showing the thumb up. I think you couldn't see it.
Okay. So without the verse, yeah?
Without Sanskrit, yes, please, because we read last time.
So text 6.8, chapter 6, text 8, the translation. Shall I start from the old to old meaning?
Not even word to word. We read the first paragraph as well. So we actually read the first paragraph. So if you please begin from the begin from the translation so that we won't be lost in between.
That's fine, Prabhuji. Thank you. So the translation by Srila Prabhupada. A person is said to be established in self-realization and is called a yogi or mystic when he is fully satisfied by virtue of acquired knowledge and realization.
Sorry, I was increasing the volume up. Sorry, please go ahead.
Such a person is situated in transcendence and is self-control. He sees everything, whether it be pebbles, stones, or wood, as the same. So here the translation by Prabhupada says that when the person is by virtue of the acquired knowledge and the self-realization, he is established. He's established in self-realization, and he's called a yogi, and is situated in the transcendence or self-control. For such a person or such a yogi, no matter whether it be the pebbles, stones, gold, or anything, they are all the same. Purport: book knowledge without realization of the supreme truth is useless. This is stated as follows. Atava Sri Krishna namadi navaved grayam indriye shivun mukhe hi jivado swayameva sturatadaha. No one can understand the transcendental nature of the name, form, quality, and pastimes of Krishna through his materially contaminated senses. Only when one becomes spiritually saturated by the transcendental service to the Lord are transcendental name, fame, quality, and pastime of the Lord revealed to him. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.234. So here Prabhupada says, referring Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that the name, form, quality, and the pastimes of the Lord is revealed to one or to the devotee or the yogi, the true yogis, only through the devotional service. Those who render their genuine devotional service to the Lord and follow all the rules, regulations mentioned in the Shastra, only they are revealed the real, the quality, the pastimes, name, him, nama, rupa, lila, guna. They are revealed within their heart, not through the speculation or not through the mundane knowledge or mundane scholarships. Only it needs the true devotional service to the Lord. And further in the purport, the Bhagavad Gita is the science of Krishna consciousness. No one can become Krishna conscious by the mundane scholarship. One must be fortunate enough to associate with a person who is pure, who is in pure consciousness. I think Prabhupada is talking about here the devotee association, the pure devotee association, or the sadhu sangha. So when one is associated with the pure devotees of the Lord, by mercy of the devotees, he comes in the pure stage, and not by the mundane scholarship or not by the mere knowledge of the material world. I'll further read the purport. A Krishna conscious person has realized knowledge by the grace of Krishna because he is satisfied with pure devotional service. Yes, only by the pure devotional service, Lord Krishna is satisfied or happy, and then by his mercy, a devotee is full of knowledge. By realized knowledge, one becomes perfect. By transcendental knowledge, one can remain steady in his convictions. But by mere academic knowledge, one can easily be deluded and confused by apparent contradictions. Yes, as the purport says, we can see and we can experience also in my personal life also. It has been always happening that by the pure, by the material knowledge or by the mere academic knowledge, it always makes us deluded, confused, with so many contradictions, bewildered. But when we are in the transcendental platform, in the platform of the transcendental knowledge, then we can be in the firm convictions. It is, I'll further continue. It is the realized soul who is actively self-controlled. It is surrendered by. It is surrendered to Krishna. He is transcendental because he has nothing to do with the mundane scholarship. For him, mundane scholarship and mental speculation, which may be as good as gold to others, are no greater value than pebbles or stones. Yeah, in the last few sentences, it says that if surrender to Krishna, anybody or the devotee who surrender to Krishna, he is the devotee already. And a devotee, for him, the mundane scholarship, the mundane scholarship, which may be always, may always delude him, bewilder him, and always for the sense gratification, material benefits. But for the Krishna's devotees who have been surrendered to him, anything, any valuable things, anything in the material world, they are not other than the pebbles or the stones, even the golds or diamonds or everything valuable. So what I have understood here, and the conclusion is, only the pure devotee who have been surrendered, who have acquired the realized knowledge, they are established in the transcendental stage, and for them, worldly matters, worldly things are nothing. Whether it be very, very valuable things or non-valuable things for the mundane people. Yes, Prabhu, that is what I'm to say in this purport.
Thank you so much, Ram. Okay. Thank you so much, Ram Prabhu. You beautifully explained all very clearly and very relevant as well. So, a person is said to be established in the self realization and is called yogi when he is fully satisfied by virtue of acquired knowledge and realization. Jnana, there are two kinds of jnanas. One is acquired knowledge, you receive it. The soul is eternal, the body is temporary, this world is temporary, our relationships are temporary. These are acquired knowledge. This is one kind of knowledge. There is another kind of knowledge, which is vijnana, which is called realized knowledge. So the verse says, by acquired knowledge and by realized knowledge, a person is established in self-realization. What is, I talked about acquired knowledge. What is realized knowledge? What is realization? What is vigyan? One is gyan, the other one is vigyan. What is a vigyan, or the realized knowledge? Realized knowledge comes through practice. Thus began. After practicing long time, a devotee realizes and feels. Jnana says chanting of the holy name is very relishing. That's jnana. But after chanting long time or after chanting sometimes, devotee realizes, oh, it is really relishing. Yes, I can see the taste. And one comes to the stage without chanting, he cannot um, pass his time. Whenever he is free or she is free, they have to chant. They have realized chanting is relishing. That is Vigyan, realized knowledge. So there is Gyan, there is Vigyan. That's what the verse says in the beginning. Jnana Vigyana Triptatma. They are so satisfied with the Tripta Atma. Tripta means being fully satisfied. Tripta Atma. How are they become satisfied, or Tripta Atma? They become satisfied by Jnana and Vijnana. About chanting, at the beginning, a person may only have Jnana. He has heard from uncle, from grandfather, from father, mother, or anybody, devotee, another devotee, brahmachari I met yesterday in the temple. I have heard chanting is good, and now I accept it. So I start chanting. I'm chanting because this is the best thing to do. I need to do. I'm chanting. And later on, a devotee starts chanting, used to, and then he comes to the stage. I'm chanting because if I don't chant, my life will be hellish. My future life, next life will be hellish. So I must chant. If I don't chant, I will have to suffer. At least the person has realized something, come to that level. I'm just giving the example of chanting. Higher than that is, wow, I am chanting because I love chanting. I love Krishna. I love Krishna, so I love pronouncing his names with my tongue. I'm chanting because I'm so fortunate. Krishna, my Guru Maharaj, Krishna, they have allowed me to chant. I'm chanting because I love chanting. I'm so fortunate to wake up early in the morning only to chant Krishna and Ram's name. And Hare also Radharani's name. Hare is Radharani's name. So anyway, these are the names of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I'm wow, so amazing. I'm getting up. I get up to chant. I love to chant. This is the best realized knowledge on chanting. So these are the levels. Until and unless we are in that level, wow, I have got the opportunity to chant. This is then until and unless we have come to this realization, we have long way to go. Until and unless we say, if we say, not until unless, if we say, oh, I'm initiated, so I have to chant 16 rounds. If I don't chant, I have promised to my Guru Maharaj, and I have promised with fire sacrifice in front of deities, in front of devotees. If I don't chant, I may have to suffer the consequences. This is good. At least this is good. At least you are accepting honoring the personalities there, and you are trying to follow your vow. You are telling your mind you have to chant. This is good. But better than this, wow, I have got this opportunity to chant first thing in the morning, even before breakfast. How fortunate I am. If we chant in this mood, that is even better. So until and unless we genuinely have this mood, then we have long way to go. So in this way, we get realized knowledge. When driving to temple, similarly, I'm going to Golok Vrindavan. It's not deity. It's not deity I'm going to see. It's self same Krishna I'm going to see. It's my honor. I'm not going to see Krishna, but Krishna will see me. Krishna's merciful, Krishna will mercifully glance upon me. How fortunate I am. So I'm just giving examples. It's not that I'm in that level, but I'm giving that examples. So these are the examples of realized knowledge. Um, the rest seems to be nice and easy enough to understand. By transcendental knowledge, one can remain steady in his convictions. Because of the knowledge, a person does not fall down. He knows, he has enlightenment, and with that enlightenment knowledge, the person has very strong conviction, and the person doesn't fall down. So with this we will end, unless somebody has any comment question here. We will move to text 9, which is to be read by Ram Prabhu. And my humble request, this text, this purport is a bit long, so maybe you have to, if it is nice and clear, you may not need to explain, and wherever it needs to be explained, you can explain. Maybe instead of doing line by line, maybe paragraph by paragraph, something like that. Please keep it very brief. Ram Prabhu, please start text 9, which was assigned to you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu, for explaining so nicely about this realized knowledge and the accurate knowledge. Jnana and Vijnana. Okay, now text number 9. Surin mitrari udasina madhyastha dvasya bandhushu sadhu shapi cha papeshu samabuddhir visishyate. Urdu translation. Surit, to well-wishers by nature, mitra, benefactors with affection, Hari, enemies, udasina, neutral between belligerents, madhyastha, mediators between belligerents, dvaisya, the envious, bandhushu, and the relatives or the well-wishers, sadhushu, unto the pious, api, as well as, so also, papeshu, unto the sinners, sama buddhi, having equal intelligence, visishyate, is far advanced. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. A person is considered still further advanced when he regards honest well-wishers, affectionate benefactors, the neutrals, mediators, the envious, friends and enemies, the pious and sinners, all with an equal mind. So yeah, when the yogi is further elevated in yoga or bhakti yoga, he regards or he considers all, whether he or she be the friend or enemy, well-wisher or non-well-wishers, or envious, or neutrals, or pious, or sinners, whatever it be. He is impartial to, or he is equal-minded to all of them.
Thank you. Sorry, Ram Prabhu, please go ahead.
Yeah, so he's so distinguished from the ordinary human beings that he's elevated. He's the elevated soul because of his behavior, because of his vision to the other world, because of the vision to the other people. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Yes.
very much. Have you finished, Ram Prabhu?
Yeah, I want to add a little bit more.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, in general, human nature is to respond differently to the friends or to the relatives or to the enemies or to the persons who are not favorable to him or her. But the elevated yogis, by virtue of the knowledge, by virtue of the realized knowledge of God, they see always the things differently or impartially. And the more he is elevated, the more his vision is, the level of his vision is higher or the different or more better in terms of quality. For example, when in the initial stage, the vision, maybe he may see all the living beings are spiritual part or part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So his view seems to be equal to all the living beings or the non-living beings. But when he goes, when his vision is more higher, then he may think that the God is seated to everybody's heart, and he respects to everybody in such a way that or his vision is okay, because the God is seated in everybody's heart. The view is the view should be done respectfully because the God is seated in everybody's heart. And when he is even further higher in the bhakti or in his yoga, then he may see everybody is the form of the God or the entire universe, or all livings and non-living things, beings. They are all the manifestation of the supreme being. So he may see everybody, or he may see all the manifestation as the form of the God, I think. Yeah, probably. So the conclusion is when the yogi is advanced more and more, then his vision is also higher and higher. The more he's advanced, the more his vision is higher and equal. Yes, Prabhu, that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you so much, Ram Prabhu. That's very good. All the good points you have highlighted there. Just one point is, a highly self-realized person doesn't see every living entity as the form of God, as you said. I know that it is difficult to choose the words accurately, properly, appropriately. I know you didn't mean to say that, but I will just repeat anyway, or try to highlight, comment, give a comment. Every manifestation is not for the form of God, but it is an expansion of the Supreme God. So that's the only thing. It's not form. Everything we see around this world is not the form of the God. It is an expansion of God. Form of God, Krishna, Ram, they are different forms of the God, of the Supreme Personality of God. One Supreme Personality has different forms. They are the forms, and but we are expansions of the expansions of the expansions, actually, in a way. So we can say we are expansions. That is one thing. And here it is said, this text says, still further advanced than the person who says, who regards pebbles and gold in the same way. So who are further advanced? Who regards honest, well-wisher, affectionate benefactors. It is one. Why it is said further advanced, still further advanced? Because it may be easy to abandon wealth. It may be easy to abandon the family members, but it may not be easy to abandon your ego, your concept from the core of your heart. You may have so many concepts, motives, understandings. You may have abandoned family, wealth, father's property, but you may be attached to your strong built body, or you may be attached with your own sort of concept somewhere in the deep corner of your heart. The best thing or most difficult thing to abandon is our ego. If we can surrender, Krishna, your desire is my desire. I don't have different motives, desire, apart from pleasing you. That is the best thing, and it is very difficult to arrive in that platform. But that is so. If you are able to forget and forgive the wrongdoings of others, then you will be able to regard the benefactors, honest well-wishers, and what else, and friends, enemies, pious and sinners with an equal vision. Sometimes when we see people in the street, the way we may find a point to criticize them, the way they dress up, we may criticize them for the way they have dressed up, for the way they have done something, or they are drinking. We may criticize. Why even bother criticizing them? Instead of focusing on your own object of meditation, Krishna, we can chant the holy name of Krishna. Nobody has asked us to criticize. When Krishna jumped into the river Yamuna to subdue Kaliya, Krishna didn't express verbal arguments against Kaliya. He never chastised Kaliya. He just went to teach Kaliya. And Krishna started dancing on the hood of Kaliya. And at the end, Kaliya's wife surrendered, and Kaliya surrendered, and Krishna asked Kaliya to leave the Yamuna river. And on the other another example is when even Krishna, I'm trying to say, even Krishna does not engage in verbal abuse. He does. He corrects the things when they need to be corrected. But Krishna is always polite, gentle, very soft, soothing. If we could hear his word, so soft, soothing. So Krishna is like that. Uh, when Indra attacked the Braja with severe rainfalls, Krishna never condemned Indra. Krishna never said one word against Indra. There is no example. Krishna, we could have criticized why Indra is doing. Definitely, Indra is wrong. Indra is so bad, cruel. Shouldn't have done this. He doesn't have any virtues like that. We could have said that. Did Krishna say anything? No. Instead, Krishna protected the devotees of Brajas by lifting Govardhan hill. Krishna didn't condemn even Indra. So, why we condemn other people? We, if that path is full of fire, we can change the path instead of criticizing the path. So, truly self-realized person treats equally with benefactors, well-wishers, friends, and enemies. Sorry, Ram Prabhu, I said that it is long purport. The long purport is with the text 10 actually. Uh, it's not with text 9. So text 10, unless
Hare
someone...
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
I have a question on this one,
Yes,
actually.
please.
When here it says that the highly elevated person sees the pious person and the sinner in the same way. All other ones are fine, but uh, isn't it is something Krishna said that the sinner should be punished, and that's what he's asking Arjun to do.
Yes, they have to be punished. It is said that they all are spirit souls. We do not discriminate somebody as sinner and somebody as pious. Krishna does not discriminate just because somebody is sinner or somebody pious. When there is some opportunity, Krishna is equal, and we should be equal. If a sinner is there, say somebody is sinner, a sinner is there, a pious person is there. Why do I not call that sinner as sinner? I see some devotees don't call, they address judge like judge. I'm taking simple example. They address judge like that, and they address me as Prabhu. That way I'm discriminating. If I truly believe judge is also the child of God, he is also spirit soul, he is also trying to be devotee. It's only a matter of few years. After few years, he may be more advanced than me. All these things. Judge is only example. I have to call judge as Prabhu. If I should respect a judge as good as any other devotees. So so if there is sinner is there, when we talk, hello uncle, or hello, good morning, why do I not say that? As long as he doesn't come to harm me for asking like that, why do I not respect him or her? So we don't discriminate, we show compassion. If we discriminate, we are not compassionate. If somebody is sinner, we have to be even more compassionate toward that person. That's how we can preach. Otherwise, if we only be nice to nice people and don't be nice to people who are not so nice, then we are not devotees. We can't preach. We are not going to preach. And in family also, we tend to hate the person who is not devotee, and we tend to be more inclined to the family members who is devotee. We have to be nice. We have to respect. If I have two brothers and one is nice devotee, one is not devotee at all, I should give them equal respect. I should not discriminate. That in that sense it is said like that. Pious and sinners. I should not discriminate. Who am I to judge? Oh, this person is pious, this person is not pious. I should speak this way. I should behave this way, and I should not behave this way with him. I should behave in another way to this person who is not pious, who is sinner. I should not behave like that. Oh, he's a nice devotee. Let me give him Mangala sweets, and he's not nice devotee. I shouldn't give him anything. He's just a visitor, comes once a year in the temple. I should not see that way. I should try to treat equally. It is that is one thing, but there are rules and etiquettes, like we can't, due to the shortage of the resources, and the VIP devotees may need to be given extra care, extra facility. We cannot give airport pickup to every person. It is different thing, because it's not possible. The VIP has to be looked after. They have to be given good meal, good hospitality. That is another thing. But having said that, we should not look down the sinners. Let's say sinners, so-called sinners. It's like the examples of fashion. I mean, somebody dressing up. Why should I look down? Why should I look down that person? In that sense, that is only one example. Uh, is that kind of okay, Dipti Mother?
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will start off with 10. Ram Prabhu has unmuted. Does he want to say something?
I'm still not very much clear, Prabhuji, with Mataji's question. And does it mean that we have to be impartial to all people, irrelevant to their quality, who are sinful, who are pious, who are friendly, who are non-friendly, etc. And we should behave them equally in the equal manner, and let whatever the Supreme Being, let whatever the God punish him or rewards him upon their pious or non-pious activities. Is that what you mean, Prabhuji?
Yes, being equal means also being practical as well. Being equal means to one sannyasi I offer garland, yeah. But what happens if I try to offer garland to Python? So being practical, think about the time, place, circumstances, and the situation. So being equal doesn't mean that being blind, not using our rationality. So if I go and try to offer a garland to a python or to a tiger for the sake of being a devotee, for the sake of being equal, that doesn't work. So it's not blindly being equal. It's not being equal in stupid way. It's being equal, having equal vision, in an appropriate way. So a python is there. We should not go there. If the python is or tiger is there without any control, any confinement, we should not go there. He will, or that creature will attack us. That is against our safety. So being equal means, so but we have to understand that python, while we keep ourselves safe, we have to understand that that python is harmful to me, but that python is also a spirit soul. It is in python's body due to its karma. But that's all we have to understand. And this is extreme example. So being equal means being equal as per the time, place, circumstances, and nature. And for another example, if we are devotee, in the name of service, we must not try to jump into fire. In the name of service. And in the name of service, we must not try to jump from the 10th floor to the ground floor, to the ground. We will be broken apart. We will be devastated. We will be finished. We have to understand our capacity. If we forget our capacity, Krishna has not said, go, cross your boundaries, cross your capacity and serve me. Krishna has not said that. Krishna said that when you have to eat, you eat. When you have to sleep, you sleep. Don't oversleep, don't overeat. But you have to eat, you have to sleep. And Krishna has not said, don't cross your boundaries, don't do something which you cannot do, like coronavirus. In the name of service, we cannot put ourselves in danger. That's why devotees now, they are distributing books through phone calls. For the sake of Krishna, you can't go outside posing yourself in danger. You can't do that. So you have to apply the rationality, your intelligence, and act, serve Krishna, behave in equal manner. If a thief is there, say a mad person, mentally maniac person is there, you can't externally behave equally. Behaving equally, behaving nice means externally and internally. When externally you can't, internally you can. In your consciousness you can, but externally you may have to protect yourself. A thief is there, a robber is there. To protect him, if you go near him, in order to protect him, you may be killed because he's mentally very bad, and he's not of sound mind. A stabbing person, bad example. I'm sorry to take this example, but by the way, if somebody does vicious attacks in hell, that person will be attacked by 760 dogs. So if somebody is attacking with knife, you can't be equal. You, in the name of being equal, you can't go to that person, offer him mahasweet, for example. We don't do that. So we have to apply our intelligence. We have to understand our limited capacity, but internally we have to be equal. At least internally, in consciousness, we have to have the equal vision. Is that all right, Ram Prabhu?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji. Yes, Sundari Mataji.
I would like to add my opinion in here. This is my understanding. Like a very nice explanation by you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Like when it says that a person is considered still further advanced when he regards honest well-wishers, affectionate benefactors, neutral meditators, the envious friends, enemies, the pious, the sinners, all with an equal mind. So when we have friends, we are like affectionate to them. But when we see enemies or sinners, we must have like that sympathy for them, and like like how Lord Nityananda Prabhu approached Gai and Madai, and they were sinners. So, but they were very like they wanted them to get like a get rid of all the sins and become pious. So this is the like we must like I think we have that, we should have that mentality. We should have sympathy for them, pray for them, and we should consider them, they are only like sinners because of their past karmas, and they can be purified like by giving them prasad or giving them Krishna conscious, and like seeing them with equal vision, like they can become pious in the future with the association of devotees, and instead of like having hatred for them, or having like all these thinking about punishing them, or like we have that sympathy and we have that feeling that look, they are ill, like you said, they are ill, they are not with themselves, and they can get better by this medicine of consciousness and association of the devotees, or they can be like advanced. This is my understanding.
Yes, Mataji, that's very good, good example. And yes, Nityananda Prabhu, he has his capacity. He and we have our capacity. We have our limit.
Like we don't approach them, we don't
No.
approach and like do things with them, but just like
Yes.
deep down we feel like
Yes.
okay, he's a sinful, like he's getting all these from previous karmas or previous his activities, and
Yes.
he's really like ill, he's suffering, like this is not his fault, this is all his karmas and all the
Exactly.
association with bad people.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have positive like ourselves within us, we have that
Yes.
positive with for them.
Exactly, Mataji. That's true. And if somebody does not even um, take Mahaprasad, we should not give. He
Yeah,
will be insulted,
yeah,
and
yeah,
they will be.
even
Yeah.
if we are like far from them, it's like for
Yes.
our own like peace of mind, we say okay, he's done this to me, okay, he's not well, he's not well, he's suffering from all these karmas, and it's not gonna like I'm not enemy with him, he's my enemy, that's fine, but I'm not
That's
enemy
right.
with him.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what I like.
Yeah. Sure. And another example is. Thank you for that. That's absolutely right. Another example is suppose I did not approve your comments, for example, or I criticized you in the past, and another devotee is very friendly with you. I come to your house, that devotee comes to your house to attend the program, and as a host, you should treat both persons equally, even the person who criticized you, who
Yeah,
offended you, but he has come, he offended in the past due to some out of some mistakes. We all make mistakes, but if the person comes, we have to treat equally.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
true, Prabhu.
that's so these are the things. Thank you so much for adding the feedback there.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
I agree with yours and Sundari Mataji's explanations. That's wonderful. Thank you. But uh, Krishna says that if a person commits some crime, we should the judge. If you are a judge, you have to punish him. You can't just see that okay, fine, he's a soul and he has made a mistake because of his past karma. You can't do that, can you?
No, you can't. If you are a judge, you have to do your duty. That's
Exactly. So you have to do your duty, isn't
you
it?
can't run
So it
away
doesn't
from your
matter.
duty. No.
Yeah. If you are a teacher and if the student hasn't done the homework, you will punish that student. It is for the student's benefit. So you
Exactly.
have to oppose the something wrong happening. You can't
Yes.
just close your eyes and think that oh, because of his
Yeah,
past karma he's
yeah,
doing it,
that's
let it go. You can't do that,
you
you
don't
know.
let go. We don't
Yeah.
let go. But like Arjuna, like fired all these arrows to Bhisham Pitama, but he loves Bhisham Pitama. He knows he's a pious, but he had to do his duty to, like, fight and like
True. Yeah. Perfect. Mm.
like that's the like punishment was there, but the love
Mm.
was there, the compassion was there. So like
Mm.
it's same thing. So
Yeah.
we do, yeah, yeah,
We
we,
know that this is because of karma, but still he should, or she
yeah.
should be punished. Is
Yeah,
punished. This is
we can't, like, if a thief is coming and like robbing our place, and then we have to call the police, they have to go to the prison, they have to get punished, but we don't
yeah.
get affected by all this, like thinking, oh, we say, okay, thank you,
Mm.
like he's like he's done his karma, he's gonna get all the reaction for it, and we're not gonna get affected by it.
Yeah. We should be stable and continue our
Yeah,
whatever we are doing.
this is
That's
what
true.
I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Thank
if
you.
if the judge punishes somebody, and then although he didn't want that person to suffer, but as a duty, because of his actions, somebody needs to be punished, judge punishes, that's good. But what judge should not do is, because that person is going to be put in jail, he should not come out and just for his to satisfy his ego, his stupid mentality. He should not deride that person, defame that person, coming out, oh, I punished him, he's so bad, and humiliating, without any reason, trying to humiliate. When police reports the matter to other people, it is to make them aware, to make them alert. That is different thing. But if somebody is just defamed to satisfy ourselves, to humiliate them, that is wrong. That is not right. We have to respect. Even if I say, if I declare a decision, if a judge declares a decision, he has to have respect. Mr. So and so, like that, something like that. He may not need to say, but at least in a nice way, you you are to be sent to the prison, something like that, in a nice way, not rude, not humiliating way, not rude because he is criminal. Unless there is a need, we should not be rude. We should not be. We should not verbally abuse them if there is no reason. So, but this verse is more for normal situation. The examples we took were extraordinary type of situations. In normal situations, we discriminate. uh, my friend is coming, I should be nice with him, and that other person I don't know, I should not be nice with him. Somebody could be envious and we may not be nice with that person. It has happened to me, I do it, I'm not in that level. If somebody is criticizing me, I feel not very good and I behave in different way. I don't, oh, I ignore, for example, I may ignore the birthday wish, or I may do something, I may not invite. There is some reaction. I should not do that. We tend to show some reaction if somebody is not nice to us. We do tend to show some reaction, and we should be equal. We should not. That is the. It's let alone being vicious, being illegal, criminal. These are extreme cases, but in normal cases, um, we tend to show reactions. My points were not listened, so he never agrees with me, or she never agrees with me. Why should I be nice with that person? I also treat in the same way. This sort of thoughts may come somewhere, and these reflect in our dealings, daily dealings. Thank you so much. If there is more to say, please feel free to remember these points. If you have to say something, you can be more than welcome to say next time. But we will have to end here. Um, please forgive me if I made any offense. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, all Mataji Jain Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.